Welcome back, fast food fans. Today, we're at Starbucks and we're going to be trying their holiday seasonal menu. Let's crush some calories. First up, we have the Eggnog Latte in one of the new holiday cups. There's a couple of them. I'll let you guys see them as I drink them. I'm excited for this one. I've never had it, but it's been on the menu for a long time. Anybody who's a big Starbucks fan, you know that the Eggnog Latte is kind of always like a recurring holiday beverage that they have. And I'm curious to see how this stacks up as far as eggnog flavor and just generally good coffee. Let's see. You could smell the eggnog as soon as you take like a waft of it. It's strong on the nose. It's a little less strong on the palate, but still there. I thought that this was going to be a bit sweeter, and I'm actually kind of not mad that it isn't. I feel like if you would have made this overly sweet, that it would have kind of overpowered the coffee. This is a pretty good blend of, I think, eggnog flavor, kind of a creaminess, and then still a good coffee blend there too. I enjoy this. We have the Sugar Plum Danish. Did you guys get a look? So they're typical cheese Danish with just kind of a sugar plum filling. I'm curious to see how this tastes. It looks really good. You get like the flaky layers in there, and you know, like most Starbucks stuff, they're not stingy with the filling. Let's see how it tastes. The Danish dough is nice. It's got like that laminated dough kind of feel. I would say that it's buttery and pretty rich. If you're a fan of their cheese Danish, you get that, and then you just kind of get like the plum sauce on top. This is pretty good. I don't know that I would maybe come back to it, just because there's some things that I think that could be better about the overall Danish itself, in that it is a bit bready for me. I kind of wish that it was a little bit flakier, but if you're a fan of their cheese Danish, I think that you'll absolutely love this new offering. Next up, we have the Caramel Brulée Latte. I'll let you guys get a look at the cup. Curious to see how it stacks up with what I'm kind of picturing as far as the flavor profile here. Let's see. This actually does taste like there's some brulee qualities there. There's some darker, richer, kind of nuttier toasted notes, and I'm assuming that that's either from the coffee or maybe a flavoring that's added, but it doesn't just taste like a caramel latte. You are getting warmer, toastier notes there that I think play very well into them advertising it as a brulee style latte. I think that if you're a fan of, you know, creme brulee style flavors, that you're definitely going to want to get this holiday season. Next up, we have the Cranberry Orange Scone. I'll let you guys get a look. So it looks really tasty. I've had the pumpkin scone from Starbucks before, and I'm curious to see how that stacks up, not only just as far as the texture, but whether or not, you know, the flavors that they were able to get with the pumpkin scone, they're able to get with this, you know, cranberry orange offering for the new holiday season. Let's try it. The pumpkin scone that they had was good, but this is much better in my opinion. Not only in flavor, which you're absolutely getting all the flavors that they were talking about. You're getting the bits of cranberry, and then how orange plays well with cranberry, and you're not losing any of the flavor, any of the notes in there. They have the little bit of the sugar glaze on top, which gives a little bit of added kind of crunch and texture. And then the actual consistency of the scone is pretty scone-like. The one that they had with the pumpkin scone, I think because of the nature of adding pumpkin and then adding maybe the moisture from that it threw off the balance of kind of a bready, moist inside and a crumbly textured outside. This is closer to an actual scone. So far, this is one of the best things that I've tried from them. So we have the Chestnut Praline, and they have one of their last 2020 holiday seasonal cups. You guys get a look, and I'm curious to see whether or not I can actually pick up on like the chestnut and the praline, or whether or not this is just kind of a good overall Starbucks cup of coffee. Definitely not a marketing gimmick. You are picking up the idea of a nutty flavor on the back end of this coffee. It's not super sweet, so you definitely get the toasted notes and kind of that praline vibe. I don't know whether or not the average person or even the average kind of American consuming coffee drinker is going to pick up on the idea of chestnut flavor as opposed to any other general nut, you know, walnut, hazelnut, but they definitely hit the nail on the head with the idea of there being a nut vibe or a toasted nut kind of vibe at the end of this. And if you're kind of, you know, into that style of flavor profile, then you will definitely enjoy this cup of coffee. Next up, we have the toasted white chocolate mocha. Let's see how it stacks up. Okay, so super weird. I don't know whether or not it might have just been my Starbucks that messed up or just Starbucks in general that messed up, but this just tastes like a plain cup of coffee with milk. There are no toasted notes. There's really no white chocolate going on. There's no mocha. And I'm kind of having a hard time believing that that's the case. I want to believe that it was just my Starbucks that messed up, but let me know down in the comment sections whether or not you guys have had this one and if it's just my Starbucks or whether or not it's an actual tasty drink, and then maybe I'll revisit this one. But whatever it is that they gave me tastes like coffee with milk in it. You guys have been waiting for it. Here it is, the Cranberry Orange Bliss Bar. It's beloved. If you're a fan of Starbucks, you know what this is. People wait around for it all year long. It looks good. It looks like I remember. I'm going to try it, and hopefully nostalgia doesn't get the better of me. There's no bad things to be said about this. You got kind of almost like a soft cookie base, the cream cheese with the orange zest in there. You get the cranberries and how that plays against the tang from the cream cheese, and then some of the sour kind of brightness that you're getting from the orange zest. Then they kind of balance everything all out with the white chocolate drizzle on top to bring back some of that sweetness. I even think that there's nuts in here. There's really nothing that I can say about this. This is truly the epitome of Starbucks holiday offerings. Finally, we have the classic peppermint mocha. Let's see how it stacks up against Dunkin' Donuts peppermint mocha. That is really, really good, and I'm almost glad that I saved this for last. I love how Starbucks has the ability to give you something that is basically what you're picturing in your head flavor profile wise. Most of these drinks aren't overly sweet, and I think that that's one of the big distinctions between them and Dunkin'. Starbucks has a pretty good track record of being able to bring the flavor and dial back some of that overall sweetness, and this is no exception. It's just delicious. You're not losing any of the flavor between the peppermint and the chocolate. They balance and they play well together, and I'd be curious to see if you guys tried it in the white chocolate version. Let me know, and let me know what you thought of that one as well. Cheers. Final review time, right? So I'm going to just say right off the bat with the bakery items, because it's the easiest. They're all delicious. Go out, whatever you vibe on, go and just get that. The Danish was amazing. The Cranberry Bliss Bar was as good as it always is. And then the Scone was also really, really good. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think you're going to end up getting. With the holiday flavors, as far as the coffee is concerned, there was definitely some big hitters in there, and then there was definitely some big misses in there. From what I had, I would say that toasted white chocolate mocha thing was just a real big letdown. I'm hoping that I'm wrong and that my Starbucks just messed up, and that I can maybe revisit that for you guys, but I don't know. It just tasted like plain coffee to me. And the star of the show, in my opinion, is the creme brulee or the caramel brulee latte. It is absolutely amazing. You get a ton of caramel notes. You get that toasty, nutty, kind of roasted, almost charred kind of flavor from the brulee aspect of it. I think that it was a home run for Starbucks. Again, they brought back stuff like the peppermint mocha. That's a huge seller for them. If you guys are fans, that's another good one that it's as good as you would remember it being. And then I would think that the Eggnog Latte is also a kind of standby for Starbucks at this point. If you're a fan of eggnog style, cinnamon, nutmeg forward flavors, you're definitely going to vibe on that as well. That about wraps it up for us here at Fast Food Face Off. We always appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure to like and share. And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. More than anything else, we want to wish you guys a happy holiday season. I hope that you enjoyed your Thanksgiving if you celebrated it, and that you didn't get into too many fights with your families, and that you enjoy the rest of the holiday season with the shopping and whatever other festivities you guys got planned. I'll see you guys in December, and I'll catch you on the next one.